Okay, we're going to talk about weird things that children have experienced. Have you ever had something scary happen?
Yes.
What? Like
Um,
something so scary, but you can't really, oh my gosh, do you hear that? Just zooming up and down the street all of a sudden. Like you can't explain what it was.
this one was kind of like that.
Okay, tell me.
So, one time, so we were at the bus going back from school, and when they were getting off the bus, my mom and dad went up and they want to look. And so when we were getting off, this van stopped. This is a true story. The van stopped when the bus stopped. And then the van waiting until the bus left, and then it started moving again, and it almost pulled into our driveway. But as soon as they grabbed out her phone, it drove away.
That is scary. That is
We
scary.
called my dad, and he's a police officer, and he said he did not like that.
No, that's scary. Although that's not really what I was talking about. I was talking about like something like scary movie scary. Like
Dreams?
no, real stuff that happened that you can't explain what it was. Like a sound that you couldn't explain what it was. Or something moved that you can't explain how it moved.
Yes. Oh, kind of.
Okay.
This one was at school, so I went to the bathroom, and when I was in the bathroom, I heard somebody in there. And all of a sudden the toilet flushed, and then I flushed my toilet and I got out. And then all of a sudden, nobody was there. Literally, nobody was washing their hands. The sink wasn't even on. The sink it looked like it hasn't been on for at least 5 minutes. There's nobody in the hallways.
That's creepy.
That scared me a lot.
Yeah. So do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
Oh. There you have it.
We don't talk about that.
Is that like we don't talk about
Bruno.
we don't talk about Bruno? Okay, so there you have it. Straight out of a kid's mouth.
Hi.
This was our experiment with live. We wanted to see what would happen. We might delete this because we're just going to see if it even worked. So if you're watching this
Oh yeah,
live,
1% just joined. Hi. Oh, 3. Yeah, 3 people just joined. We got 1 mic. Hi. Say hi. Somebody just said say hi.
hi.
Oh, you can read what they say right there.
Yes, they said hello. They said hi. This is true. Hi. So TMG Cloutsy, I can't tell what your name is. Have you ever had a scary experience that you can't explain? Oh, I'm glad you subscribed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We've had scary experiences that we just really can't explain. So you want to tell us about it?
Yeah.
I hope they tell us.
They may have to text it all.
Yeah, they'll have to text it all.
So you guys take your time. I don't know. IDK means I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
We didn't mean to put you on the spot. I've had lots of scary experiences that I can't explain. And,
So many people.
Mm-hmm.
Free now.
I don't know where you're seeing that.
Up there. 3 people. 1 mic.
I don't see where you... Oh, the way the light was hitting it, I couldn't see it.
The light is
Okay.
very bright.
So we're in a sun porch, and so the sun is behind us, and maybe that's really bright. I don't know.
Actually, the sun is exactly right there.
Yeah. It's probably going to get even worse when it gets down below the roof line next door. I've had some scary experiences that I can't explain, and some of them really scared me. Some of them they're just, I couldn't explain them, but they weren't necessarily scary. And I don't want to say anything that will make her be
I'm
scared?
fine. I'm fine.
No, I don't want to scare
I,
you.
t- I,
I don't want to scare you.
oh, I do know something that is
What?
kind of. So, my best friend, her name is Rainy. We were at my house, and we decided that we should summon ghosts.
Oh no!
We decided to talk to ghosts, so we went on YouTube to see what we could find. And,
Like how to do it?
Yeah, and one thing was that it was like, I can't really say how, I can't remember, but you like close your eyes and started talking, or you just started talking, and all of a sudden my phone got a notification, and I went and grabbed it, and it said it went down like 4%. And I wasn't even touching it. My phone was all the way at the counter. It went down 4%. And then we asked the second time, and then it sounded like a car or a motorcycle drove into our driveway, and then nothing. And then we went outside, nothing was there.
Oh my word. I remember spending the night at friends' houses when I was a kid and creepy things would occur, and I don't know what the deal was, why it was. But for people who follow our channel and have listened to some of our podcasts, they will know that we actually have a grave in the yard, like a human being grave in the yard. Lots of people have,
The cafe?
huh?
The cafe, because the cafe does.
No, out there, out in the yard. You haven't
Okay, I
seen
did
a
not know
gravestone?
that. No. Wait.
Well, we've lost her. She's leaving the building because
No, I
now
meant
she's freaked
you.
out. I will show you. I will show
Okay.
you.
Show me later.
When we're done, I'll take you out and show you the grave. Yeah, there's a guy buried in our yard, and
Do you know him?
no, he's dead. How could I know him?
No, did you know him before he died?
Oh, I didn't know him. I've gone under an abandoned bridge, and there was a lot of weapons. Ooh, like guns? Ooh, I
Like-
shouldn't say it out loud because YouTube doesn't like that. No, they don't. They don't like when you say like boom, like
slash.
pow pows and stuff.
Like slash and
No,
pow-pows.
they don't. Oh my gosh, was that in America that you found that?
Where was that?
That is creepy. I'd be terrified too. They said that they were terrified. I would be terrified
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Because you think, well, whoever put that there, are they still around? Are they watching? Is this their cache where they keep their stuff? I don't know.
Hunting you down.
Oh my God. That's not even funny because they're all crazy people. Where we walk every day, we walk on a trail that's, it's in the middle of the city, but it's a very wooded area along the path. And there are people who live in the woods. They're unhoused people. And I know lots of walkers who will not walk on that path because they're so scared of running into one of those people. And I've never heard of anything bad happening, but I am definitely aware of it. I don't think I would go under an abandoned bridge for that very reason, because that would scare me. Yeah, that's terrifying.
If I saw that, if they look brand new, I'd dart for my life. If they didn't, I'd be like,
Yeah, but you gotta, okay, so listen, just think about this. Just think about this for a second. Why were they there? Why were those things there? Were they there because...
From World War II.
Probably not. Probably either somebody stole them and they were hiding them, or they committed a crime and they were hiding them so they couldn't connect them to the crime, or... I mean, it's just no good. To find that under those circumstances, it's just not a good sign. Just not at all. But
That would scare me so bad.
what?
That would scare me so bad.
Yeah.
I would be darting for my life.
Yeah, I would run out of there. I'd be running. Yeah.
You could have just solved a crime.
Or you could have been the victim of a crime.
You could have been.
That's why you'd want to leave fast.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't
It
want to
could
be a
be
victim.
still there. Oh.
I was at my friend's house, though. There were 5 people. My friends were with me. Well, at least you weren't alone, because that would be really scary if you were alone. I've never had anything like that happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. That would be really scary. The things that I've had that were scary, there were things I couldn't explain. Like one time in the middle of the night, the phone rang and I answered it, and it was my mother's voice, and my mother was dead. My mother really was dead, and it was my mother's voice, and she called my name. And so then I started saying, Mom, Mom. And then the phone just crackled and made weird noises, and then it went dead. And that scared me.
Was that true?
Yeah, that really happened.
I would be.
In the basement of the cafe building.
The cafe does have somebody buried there.
No, it doesn't. Where's somebody buried at the cafe?
Wait, is that the cafe?
There's somebody buried at the creamery.
Yeah, the creamery.
We have somebody buried at the creamery.
No,
But we know about that.
yeah, we know about that.
But the one here, this house has a gravestone in the yard. And so everybody said, oh, there's not really somebody buried there. They just put a gravestone in the yard. And I guess that's a thing, that people get a hold of old gravestones and they put them in their yard. I don't know why. And
We do not want to check. We're not going to check for that.
well, one day somebody did try and check, and there is something underneath the gravestone. So, but we didn't dig a hole. I think my phone's going to go dead.
Wasn't it like just at 67?
Yeah, but it uses up a lot of energy to go live.
Yeah, I'll check.
Oh, no,
Nope.
we're still at 64. That's
64.
good.
Went down very high.
Yeah.
11 minutes. So thank you, whoever's still with us. I'm pretty sure it's the person had factored in, commented in.
Mm-hmm.
You were very nice. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate hearing from you, and we appreciate that you shared that with us. That sounds very scary. Were you an adult or a child when that happened?
Oh, it's somebody else.
Yeah, but they're speaking. I
Oh,
think
they
that's
just
like.
left.
I think that was like Russian.
They just left.
Yeah.
Unless. Oh, no, two people just joined. Hi.
Yeah, I think that last person is there. It's another language, and I don't know that language. Oh, it says I'm on 2 accounts. Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, the other scary things that I've had happen is, let's see. Well, in this house, because there's a grave in the yard, at nighttime sometimes I've heard things. But have you heard anything while you're sleeping here?
When I fall asleep, I barely ever wake up.
That's probably best.
It did not like us talking.
Oh, you were a child when that happened? Yes, as a child, that would be very scary. Yeah.
I would be crying.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if they were brand new and somebody's still there and you need.
I think I'm old, obviously. You can see my face. I'm old. When I was a kid, I just think that either we were more street smart or ruder or something, because I don't think anybody did anything to make me feel unsure or scared or anything. No adults. I don't think so. And I don't know of any kids that had bad things happen to them, like some your parent and weren't necessarily a friend of your parents, who would just spank other children. They would just spank somebody else's kid. You did something wrong, they just spank you. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if you were in the store and you were acting silly and some old lady just grabbed you and slapped you across the face? You can't act that way in this store. Bam! Wouldn't that be awful? And yet, that's what we went through. That was awful.
Oh, and this van, his van stopped as soon as the bus, and the van didn't move until the bus left, and then it started driving and started to pull it into our driveway, and then my sister grabbed her phone out to take a picture of it, and it zoomed away.
Didn't that end up turning out it was somebody from that church your mom used to go to when she was a kid?
No, that was a different story. I'm gonna tell that one too. So that first one scared me so bad. The second one, so we were walking down and this car pulled into our drive. So we have a dirt road with 3 houses. So we started pulling into the dirt road, and when we got off the bus, I was like, "Oh hi!" And then they stopped, give us these muffins, and then they drove into our driveway, and we ran home. We hid in the forest. Just joking. We hid in the forest, and then all of a sudden, my brother thought it would be a good idea to run out and say hi to them. So we did, and they were like, "Oh, is this your house?" And
That is so
yeah.
bad, so creepy.
Yeah. And then we said, "Yeah, this is our house." And then they said, "Well, is your mom home and your dad?" And we said, "No." And they said, "Well, tell your mom hi for us, and we'll friend of ours, and he'll have some more muffins." And then my parents got home, and we told them that.
My friends tried scaring me by saying there's 3 dangerous people down there. There might have been 3 dangerous people down there. There may have been.
That could have been.
So I think that the important thing, don't do that, makes you look like you're a puppet.
I am a puppet.
I think the important thing for you is to not ever, don't say hi to somebody.
That wasn't me, it was Spencer.
Okay, well, but you know that. And don't take muffins from strangers.
We didn't, Spencer did.
Okay, well, and then you ran inside and called your dad, right?
Yes, we ran inside.
And
then
he used the remote camera and he got their driver's license or the license plate, and that's how he figured out who they were, right?
Yes, kind of. Pretty sure, I don't know.
Yeah.
And my mom, we threw away the muffins because we didn't know if there was something like in them or
Sure.
not. So we threw them away and we didn't know until a couple of months later. My mom figured out it was her friends because they say they were from mom's church, and my mom never went to church.
Well, she did when she was a kid.
Which, yeah, that when she was a kid,
Yeah.
yes. But I got so scared because she said she never did, and then it turns out she said, were their names? I can't remember their names, and I don't really want to say people's
Mhm.
names. Blah blah blah. And I said, I don't know. We didn't ask, even though we should have, because I didn't.
No,
I
you shouldn't. You did the right thing. You shouldn't talk to him at all.
No, Spencer was the one that wanted to talk to them. And say, I ran inside. Say told me to run inside. I ran inside. Called Dad. Sage got Spencer. We all ran inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's scared me.
So, lesson to adults: don't do that to kids. That's a horrible thing to do. You just don't do that. You just don't go and approach somebody's kids, give them muffins, and say, "Hey, I'm a friend of your mom." I mean, how suspicious is that?
I got so scared.
Yeah. It's just cruel and dangerous.
Yeah, I got so scared that I darted inside. When Sage told me to go inside, I was like, nope, I'm leaving already.
So, TMG Glautsy, or whatever your name is, are you still friends with those people who told you that there were 3 dangerous people down under the bridge?
Yes, yeah. There's 5 people.
Mm-hmm. Because I think the problem is that, especially kids just joking around, think that that's kind of funny to make jokes like that and to tell people that. Yes, because they said they were joking. And I think that it's normal for kids to say things like that and be joking. But the problem is that if people joke about stuff like that, then when it's really a serious matter, you might think that they were joking and it's not. So, if people joke like that all the time, the boy who called wolf, that old story. If people joke like that all the time and then they say, one time they say, "Oh, there's something dangerous," and you think, "Oh, yeah, I've heard that one before," you're just joking. And there really is something dangerous. That's where it becomes
We're
a
not
problem.
saying that you shouldn't be friends with them.
No. You be friends with who you want to be friends with. And that's good to be a loyal friend. But probably people shouldn't joke about things that are serious and scary like that. There is a scratch on the front of my phone protective screen, and it makes it look like I have this horrible scar across my face.
Don't worry, she doesn't. She doesn't.
I don't.
It's just a scratch on a phone.
Yeah. So anyhow.
It's on my hand now.
Yeah, that's bad. I am the 4th child in my family, so I had an older sister and 2 older brothers, and they tormented me. They told me scary stuff all the time. I was convinced that there was just awful stuff going on, that there were people breaking into the house. It was really awful. My phone is about to die, so goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping in and talking with us. We appreciate it. Yeah, my phone's going to die too, so I think we should probably end.
Yeah, so bye everyone.
Thank you for joining us. And you know what? I just want to say in our defense, this is the first time we've gone live on YouTube. We go live over on TikTok. She's on YouTube. Here come the Meyer kids.
It's just Myers now.
Here come the Myers. And that's the trials, tribulations, and adventures of the Myers. And this account, this is the very first time we've ever gone live on YouTube. So thanks for putting up with us while we figure it out. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.